It's raw. It's uncensored. It's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
What's going on, everybody? This is AC on the motherfucking Cannabis Council here on Chaotic Radio. We're brought to you by Greenery Depot because those motherfuckers do it all. They really do. You need some good herb, hit up Greenery Depot. It's the place to go. So today we have a really cool guest, man. We got an artist on the show. Makes origami, and they call him Toygami. So what's up, Toygami? How you doing?
Check, 1, 2. Yeah, we doing good, man. Brought a couple of gifts in for you guys. Just folded up this morning. Other than that, doing good. Trying to beat the heat. Stay folding.
Yeah, straight up, dude. It's fucking hot. It's even hot in the studio. I hate being the first show on Monday, so it's fucking hot as hell. But it's all good. We got a good air conditioning unit.
Word.
And we also got your marketing man, dude. So why don't you introduce your man here?
It's my partner Zay from Powered by 7 Marketing. Go ahead, man.
Yo, peace, man. Thank you so much for having us today. Definitely appreciate it. You know that you're being open to everything, and I think that's a great move, especially for your radio show. So, thank you again, man. Appreciate that, brother. You know, for being open to us.
Oh yeah, dude. No worries, man. Yeah, man. My radio show isn't so much just about cannabis, and it is about cannabis and cannabis education. That is a platform for my show. But also, like, everybody has to encompass, you know, the whole industry, and everything is a part of this industry. It's not just necessarily going to be cannabis anymore. There's going to be a lot of art that comes in, you know, T-shirt companies. There's going to be a lot of things that are just going to be able to blow up now that this industry has gotten as big as it is.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's how some of your shit is fucking hilarious. Bro, like, he sent me the link. He was like, yo, check out my boy. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, let me see. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want your boy on my show, dude. That shit's dope.
Good looking.
Like that little Cheech and Chong you got going on right here. Fucking, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
One of some of my favorite films is done by them. You gotta pay homage.
Oh, yeah, dude. We grew up on that shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude, you know what I mean? These dudes, you know, that's what they, fuck, dude. They're the reason, part of the reason why we could all sit here today. You know what I mean? They've done a lot, you know what I mean? Chong going to jail and dealing with all that, you know, did a lot of things. I was a glassblower for a while after Operation Pipe Dreams went through.
Okay.
And so, you know what I mean? It was cool for me because it was afterwards, but yeah, all those fools doing it before. Sorry. Because they came after everybody, especially Chong himself. And that one's hilarious. That one you just put together right there. That was pretty fucking good. All right, so explain a little bit about what you got going on, dude, for the listeners that can't see that are on YouTube right now.
All right. Well, I'll go by the name of Toygami. You can catch me on your Instagrams. You can just Google me and find out, you know, kind of what it is that we've been doing for about 10 years. But, yeah, we take anything that logos, any type of content, and we turn it into paper toys. Paper collectibles. We've done stuff for LRGs and the Neff clothings. We've even gone as far as doing like some crazy stuff for Yo Gabba Gabba, Nickelodeon. It's almost like whatever it is that I think I see just becomes a paper toy to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just a few years of just trial and error. Lots of smoking. Lots and lots of smoking to just pass the time, to come up with like these just massively weird ideas to just turn something into a foldable.
Right. I feel you. Yeah, dude, you make some really dope ass shit. I mean, I love all of the shoes. I'm actually gonna request a pair of Chucks.
Oh, okay, we got you.
But we gotta do the laces correctly. I gotta show you my Chuck laces. They're not done regularly, so we have to do the laces correct. That's my only thing.
All right.
But yeah, well, I'll show you what's up.
Word.
But yeah, I want a pair of badass Chucks.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
You got them on deck.
Honestly, what I thought of was like my logo with some legs and then on some Chucks.
Yeah, we do that all day. That's
that's
exactly
what's up.
what we do. We turn people's logos into
Oh yeah, that's
3D
what's up.
standables.
Oh, I'm getting some.
Okay.
For sure. 'Cause
For sure.
when I go out to festivals and stuff, I'm gonna sit them out there. You know what I mean? Like little things, because put them at my booths and all kinds of crazy shit.
They're
that.
a conversation piece. Anywhere people see them, they're automatically like, "Oh wow, what is that? Where'd you get that? Who? How?" It baffles people's mind that, "Oh my gosh, this is just made out of paper." Like, I've made paper airplanes and I've seen an origami crane, but I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, no, this is off the chart. Like they're like little fucking Nike boxmen.
Right.
Yeah, I started doing these for the simple fact that I couldn't always afford the sneakers when they came out.
Oh, I feel you.
So in order for me to still get that nostalgic feeling for lacing them or just owning a pair, I just started making them. And I still get that same feeling of cracking open a fresh pair of laces, lacing up a pair of sneakers, sticking them on, and be like, oh, there it is. Like, I own a pair now. I don't physically own these Jordans, but I made these Jordans. I still get the same feeling.
Yeah, I feel you. Your hard work went into it and everything.
Word.
And you got some dope ass shoes. I see Jordans here. You got some Nike Air Maxes or Air Ones.
Air Maxes.
Air Maxes right there.
Nike, Adidas, Converse, New Balance,
Vans.
Can't forget Vans. All love.
Yeah. We are in SoCal after all.
Word. Just all the nostalgic shoes that I grew up loving, I just started folding.
Okay, I feel you. Yeah, no, you got some good shit. I can see how you can just sit there and get high and fucking put them out there.
Watch a movie, throw on a documentary of some sort, or what is it, Half Baked, and just sit and fold, lose all track of time.
Yeah, for sure. You still have that like little fix, going on, but you're still fucking you're doing something. I feel you. I want to ask, do you sell these so people can fold them themselves, or you fold them and then sell them already?
I sell everything pre-folded. There are a few items that I do that are a FYI, which is a fold it yourself.
Okay.
But sometimes the mathematics on some of these more complex toys is too much for me to give to someone to have them follow A, B, C glue orders for them to do it themselves.
Right. Yeah, no, they look complex.
But yeah, no, we sell them pre-folded, pre-assembled, and all you got to do is like it, purchase it, and enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. It is just a cool piece of art. Like it's a conversation piece, as you stated before, just to put it up there and fucking
Word.
It's just dope, dude.
Good luck.
I mean, hold on, let me see.
Go ahead, take one. Get.
This is what's up right here. They say Nike's on the bottom. They got the tread pattern.
That's crazy, right? It looks just like...
Dude, got Compton on the back, CPT.
Shout out to Compton, hometown.
Shout out, dude.
That's right.
No, these are nuts, bro. I really dig on these. All right, for all the listeners, you need to hit up Toygami. He's on Instagram. And check out some of the shit he has. And let me tell you what, honestly, the pictures don't even do it justice to when you're seeing it in person. You're getting to hold it and, like, check it out. Like, this is some really cool shit. It's great printing. You got a good fucking printer. I can tell you that because these lines are tight and they're still nice. You could see them. Like, I mean, yeah, you got a good printer. That's for sure.
You know what I fell in love with the Toygami is just that he went so specific as to get the exact box, the way that the box looks, when you actually purchase it, and I think that's where he took it to that next level. So.
Yeah, for real. He's got the tissue paper hanging out the box here. Just gives a little bit of showmanship all in the same thing.
That alone makes every piece unique. I can never get that tissue paper to do that more than once. So, like,
smoke weed every day.
Oh,
Is it
happy
that time?
420. It's happy 420, everybody.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I like the smell of that, too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to celebrate 420 every single fucking show. Every Monday we get a 420 shout out on the show. So, 420 to that.
420.
And Greenery Depot gets our 420 shout out. They're our main sponsors and everything. They, excuse me, make it so I can come on here and talk some shit with y'all.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
Not at all, man. That's
As
a
I
great
said
deal.
before, as I said before, my job does not suck.
Nah, man. It's amazing. I mean,
Not at all.
plus one of the, you and I talked about a lot too is just the benefits that it brings, you know, and then opening that up, you know, to everybody. I think that's amazing, brother, what you're doing. So I give that up to you, man. Definitely.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And one of those benefits is there is a Sizzla and Marlon Asher concert tonight at the Hitman Coffee Shop down there off La Brea. I will be there. I'm in there right after the show. I'm just fucking bouncing and going. So if you have the means to get down there and check out that show, it is tonight and tomorrow night. You can go on Eventbrite and purchase your tickets. They do have one night of special event tickets available. So hit that up. I suggest everybody get down there and see. That's a small little intimate concert. I mean, the place is big, but when it comes to a concert, it's going to be a small, intimate, little chill concert. And so that's cool.
The intimate spots are best.
Yeah. You'll catch me upstairs in VIP.
That's right.
That's where it gets real intimate.
Yeah, that's where I'll be. Well, actually, what I'm gonna be doing too is I'll try to grab them. But they're right here. We had this one guy on. He's from Beaver Farms, and his name is the Old Vet Mike, and he makes hash blunts. Okay, no. Now let me explain this because everybody goes, "Oh yeah, it's cool," and then I explain it gets cooler. So the actual wrap itself is hash.
Wow.
And then you stuff that full of herb. It's got a glass tip on it. And you just sit there and puff and puff and puff. Word. I'm not fucking lying to you whatsoever. Somebody tell a story real quick. I'm not shitting you. Tell a story.
Wow.
All right. Well, I know that recently I was watching on Vice how I don't know if it's the same thing, but it was a blunt. They call it a blunt marijuana, you know, or no, it was a cigar marijuana, and it was just, man, it was just looking real delicious on Vice TV. So, you know, I love the direction that it's taking because it's just opening up so many ideas for a lot of people, man, to come up with something like this.
Oh yeah, shout out Vice TV, Bon Appetit.
Oh,
They
that's
did
my
a
There you go.
They did a show down there at the Hitman Coffee Shop and everything like that.
That looks,
So look at that thing.
That's beautiful.
And ladies, if you are not on YouTube and you cannot see this, they are now looking at the hash blunt, and it is beautiful. Altogether, it's 2.5 grams of concentrate and flour mixed.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
Wow,
mind-boggling.
this is beautiful.
they are
right
like
here.
$40, but let me tell you what, one of them will last you 3 sessions with 3 people. I know because that's how long it lasted us. We're heavy smokers.
I believe it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm taking one down there for today, and I'm taking one down there for tomorrow. Here's a card for the guy that makes them, man.
Yeah, definitely.
There, what's up? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Mike the old vet, those hash blunts, they're no joke, dude. They no joke.
I'm trying to smoke one to see what I create off that.
Dude, we need a paper gummy. We need a toy gummy one.
Yeah, no. I'm all ideas and I'm all open for everything. Like, I'm all for it.
See, I think, okay, look, this is the real reason I wanted you on the show, right?
Okay.
Because I've been working with him. We're booking a few different people to come up on the show.
Okay.
And which is cool. Thank you. I got to thank you very much, man. You made my job a lot easier. I shit you not. I even told a couple people, like, man, I got this homie dude. He's doing this marketing thing. I was like, he just starts like, hey, we want this guy, we want this guy. I'm like, yeah, cool, fuck it. Let's do it. But you bring me really good people, so I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
The reason I really wanted you on is because, like, you do awesome work. It's kind of one of a kind. It's
Thank
off the
you,
charts.
thank you.
And there's going to be different avenues open in this industry very soon.
Word.
And are opening now. You know what I mean? People are getting these crazy ideas. I mean, like, this is a crazy idea. And, so you're going to be able to start doing a lot more stuff like that. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
it.
Like, just crazy shit. Honestly, I suggest you make one that says what, like Adam Mills shit. And I'll
Okay.
give it to him.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
send me the info, and I'm always folding. I go do the Clark Kent day job from 9 to 5, and then after that, it's all Superman. it's all Superman.
I like that.
Till 3 in the morning, I'm all Superman, and it's all day, all folding, all night.
That's what's up. Yeah, no, dude. I mean, these look intricate. So, I mean, especially those shoes. I kind of want to see one. I want to watch you fold a pair of them shoes. Just at least one. Those look fuck up. fucked up. I'd be fucking those things up, I can guarantee
I'm
you.
gonna have to come back and then show you guys an actual fold session.
That'd be dope.
How it goes down.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Okay.
We're gonna start doing more of a little podcast too. So
Okay.
maybe we'll roll over to your spot and like show how it's all done and
Word.
what you'll let us show how it's all done. I understand artists got their secrets. I get
True.
I get that. So you don't have to show I ain't asking for the whole shit.
Yeah,
but
I'll
we
give
will.
you some sneak peeks.
Yeah, there you go. Good deal. Good deal. But yeah, man, this shit's fucking dope, dude. Like, I'm really looking forward to getting my own. For the Cannabis Council, I'm gonna have it sitting up, dude. That's gonna be dope. But not only that, but to see what you're gonna be able to make in the future. Like, I'm sure you started kind of simple, and now it's built up to where it is now, and I'm sure you have views of where you want to go.
I got to tell the story now, how all of this started. I'm gonna try to give you the short version of it.
Oh, it's all good, dude. Tell us what's up, dude.
Okay,
tell us your feelings.
10 years ago, I started doing this. I was a graffiti artist, going to get jobs, and people were telling me, oh, you got street talent, but you got to go to school. So I go to school and I get the education for art. I go back to those same people. Oh, well, you need applied knowledge. We still can't hire you. You got the street knowledge. You got the school knowledge. Well, now you need applied knowledge. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm sick and tired of doing letterheads and business cards and all the boring shit when it comes to art and being a graphic designer. So it was a Saturday morning. I'm chilling with my 4-year-old. And we doing, paper dolls. Regular, traditional paper dolls, fold over tabs, boring. We popped them out. We put them together. Little girl looks at me and was like, Dad, this was boring. You should make your own paper toys. And I was like, well, she said, you should make your own paper dolls. And I'm like, whoa. Dads don't play with dolls. We got to call them something else.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, well, you make paper airplanes, and those are paper toys, so we should make our own paper toys. And they should look like the graffiti characters in your black books. And they should come with like clothes that you wear and shoes that you can lace and tie. And I'm sitting there like, wow. Now, mind you, I had smoked one earlier that day. With hanging out with her just to get on that creative level because we do some wild things, play safari, whatever. But I'm sitting there taking notes from a 4-year-old. Like, oh my God, I saw the little light bulb go on and I'm taking notes. Like, these are amazing ideas. So she ran in, grabbed our pair of Chuck Taylors, as a matter of fact, unlaced her Chucks. It was like, here's the first set of laces. You can use these. That night when she went to sleep, I stayed up all night just trying to figure out how can I make paper toys that were better than the 2D paper dolls. And that's really how I was born, from a 4-year-old's imagination trying to push her father to do something that fit. And I've never been able to tell this kid I can't do something. Like, she comes to me with the wildest of ideas, like, can you do Yo Gabba Gabba? Can you do the Aquabats? Can you do My Little Pony? Can you do these things? And I can't tell her no. So it pushes the art even further to now it's to the point where when people come to me and ask me, hey, can you do my logo? I'm like, yeah. I'm conditioned. A 4-year-old little girl conditioned me to be like, yeah, I can do anything out of this stuff. That's how it was born. And fast forward 10 years now, this is what you're looking at. A decade of a little girl telling me, hey, can you? And me not having the balls to say, no, I can't. I just push through it. And it's a trial and error. Some things get folded more than once, more than twice, 3 times. I got a box in the garage full of misfit toys. But all of this was born from a child's imagination. And a father-daughter relationship to push myself beyond what it is that I thought I was stuck doing, which was, business cards, letterheads. And I sit here today standing on the shoulders of everyone around me, but none of this would be possible had it not been for a 4-year-old's imagination.
Yeah, now that 14-year-old still pushing you, isn't she?
She's still pushing me. She's not as involved as she was when she was younger, but she sits back and she looks at it and she tells her friends like, hey, we have a book out. Hey, look at this. Hey, my dad does this. This is our company.
Right. Well, I'm sure she keeps you a little bit more in the pulp culture too, because she's, she lives it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a 9 to 5, you still got to do that. And she's like all day like, oh, this is what's hot now. And you're like, Okay, cool. Yeah, I got to make that real quick.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm in tune with all the newest cartoons that are out, all the new shows, all the new anime, and she's has a checklist for me. Can you do? Can you do? Can you do? And I'm like,
And
okay.
on that level, what the fuck are they doing nowadays?
Man,
Holy shit, they do some crazy shit nowadays with that anime, with all them cartoons and everything like that.
True.
You know, I dig this, man. I can see how you just sit down and just get high, you know, and do this kind of thing.
Zone out.
So, what's your favorite way to smoke?
I guess I'm a traditional blunt smoker. I like to roll up a doobie every so often and partake that way, but I'm a blunt smoker. Every so often, I'll take a bong rip.
Oh yeah,
Every so often.
yeah. So you got to check out Mike.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the Blacklist Sesh?
No, I have not.
You got your card, your rec card?
Oh, of course.
There's a sesh every Sunday in Riverside. It's just moved to Riverside, called the Blacklist Sesh.
Word.
And it's like a little mini festival. It's cool. I go every Sunday and get fucked up.
Ah.
Yeah. When you wrote me and you were like, "Hey, what's up?" and I didn't get up till like 10 o'clock. I woke up and he's like, "Hey, we still meeting?" And I'm like, "Yo, yeah, fuck yeah, sorry, just like long night." I was there last night, and the sponsor of the show, Greenery Depot, he sponsors the entire back patio. He calls it the Backyard Boogie.
Okay.
And so I'm chilling there, and before he got there, his lady pulls out a whole big old platter full of crumble, and it's all broken up into like little different sized pieces and shit. And I was like, "Oh, look at that!" And I pulled out a nice big old chunk, and I was like, "That would look good to dab." And she goes, "Do it," and I was like, "Okay." Like, I'm gonna do it real quick before you change your mind. And so yeah, they heated up the nail and I did this fat ass dab, and then this fool shows up and we tell him, and he's like, that's good. How much was it? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, watch this. And he's like, here, I'll give you another one. And so you know what a dabber is, of course, right?
Yeah,
so he gets it on the dabber, and he gets a nice size one on the dabber, right? And then he's got a half gram because this thing's real big, right? And so he's got a half gram container, and I'm thinking he's gonna carb it. No, he's an asshole. He fucking puts the dab on there and gets it nice and hot and puts the dab on there, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so I'm hitting it, and as I'm thinking he's going to carb it, he takes it and he turns the half gram over and dumps it all in, and then carbs it with the container that it's in. He's like, douche. So now I'm sitting there, I got fucking, there's like 0.8 in this motherfucker, and I'm just fucking getting fucked. I'm like, it was like 4 or 5 different hits, and by the time I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I was walking around like a zombie after that, just looking up like, what's up?
Do you remember the rest of the evening?
Bits and pieces.
All right.
Bits and pieces.
Word.
I remember my Snapchat, what my Snapchat told me afterwards. I said, I woke up and I was like, I don't remember any of these fucking snaps. I had to rewatch them. I was like, okay, now I remember. You know what I mean? Jog your own memory. Thank God for social media on that front.
Heck
for real,
yeah,
straight up.
documenting
I do
those
it a lot.
documentary on your own lifestyle.
Yeah, fucking straight up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot more into the social media. That's partly too. I'm glad we got our man Jay here. So I want to dive into that a little bit, actually, on the social media side, like, because I'm really glad you're here. Because one, I want to start using some of your services, but two, I think there's going to be a lot of other people in the cannabis industry. They're going to need services like yours because, let's face it, a lot of them are artists and shit like that and know nothing about how to gain followers or have the time to sit around and do that or market themselves. You know what I mean? So they're going to need somebody that's willing to get out there and knows how to network and knows how to push the envelope in a sense in the business. So that's where you come in, right?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's why I tell a lot of people that are starting their business or in whatever they're going to be involved in is you worry about doing the art. And that's why I love the partnership that I have with Toigami, because he knows that anything that I can provide for him, and I love the fact too is that there's no argument. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Because he's trusting that I'm out there grinding and learning. Because the thing about the social media game, it changes every day. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know, but Google just changed its algorithm last week. It's called Fred now. So that's one of the things so right now, the whole algorithm thing is new. So anybody that's hitting it hard right now, there's a possibility they could rise up, just like the Kardashians. The Kardashians, they rised up because they took advantage of the algorithm. You know, like remember that message I sent you? I'm not gonna speak on it because that was a private message between you and me on how you can blow up right now. I call it the blue ocean strategy. You know, and what it is that a lot of people when they come into marketing, they want to be what everybody else is. All right, but you don't. You want to be in that blue ocean where nobody else is, so you can be alone.
It's LL Cool J said the deepest, bluest.
Exactly, it's true indeed, though. But that's the truth, you know. And that's one of the things that I've learned just from kind of just going out there from ground zero and just hitting it, listening to my mentors, really just studying. You know, a lot of people don't know, but I mean, I stay up till 1, 2 in the morning, literally reading, watching videos every day. You know, whatever's coming up, listen, you know, following Google because they're the masters. This is the truth, you know.
Oh yeah, nobody fucks with them.
No, and a matter of fact, I just picked up a new client, Social Park, which is the one that I text you about, you know, so you don't, you know, get tickets anymore. And I told her, look, our objective is to get Google's attention, straight up. After that, we sell, we move forward, we move to another project. Yeah. Because if we don't sell to them, they're gonna destroy you and take your idea. You know, it's kind of what's happening on Snapchat right now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what's gonna happen. and I like that app actually. I've done a lot of thinking about that since you sent it to me and stuff because I went down to LA and could not fucking find any parking. And I was like, imagine like there's going to be a lot more dispensaries, you know, a lot more stores. I don't know what the fuck we're going to call them. You know, stores is what I'm going to fucking call them. But there's going to be a lot more of them in more open areas. You know, right now they're kind of stuck in, you know, sure those ones will be there that are in the warehouse districts and stuff like that. Most of them have pretty generally good parking. Warehouse places have giant fucking parking lots, you know what I mean? Right. But there are going to be more now that are going to be able to be a little bit more how do I say, in the urban areas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're going to be closer to homes. They're going to be able to, in a sense, in some places be like a liquor store. You know what I mean? With the way the structuring is, you can kind of have a place if if all the zoning works out, you can have a place that's relatively in the open. Okay. You know, there's very few that are like that now. And so, let's face it, if you're in the open in LA, nobody can fucking park within 6 blocks of your ass.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's like true. It's or you're paying $15 to park just to go buy fucking $45 in weed. You're gonna be like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't really make sense.
True.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of like, you know what, that might work out because it really does. It kind of, you know, makes it because remember I told you I was like, I don't know how to tie it into the whole cannabis thing. So I've really been thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's been pondering, and I was like, well, that's how. Like, if she gets dispensaries to be like, hey, we're here, you know, and these are the best parking spots for us, it will generate more business for them.
That's an amazing idea.
You know what I mean? Because they know the areas, they know what, you know, timing and everything like that. You know, okay, so this time's going to be better to park here, this time's going to be better to park here. Our parking lot's generally empty on these times. And if you program all that kind of stuff into the app and her, I don't know, algorithm, I don't know exactly how to fucking do it, but, you know, there's some ideas.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, shit like that would really push it too, because people are going to be looking for dispensaries, and we all know fucking parking sucks. Sometimes parking sucks in Riverside.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, Rancho, I know sometimes parking probably sucks, and it's just, you know, just kind of how it is. So I think that would be a good idea.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because honestly, when I go, I pick up usually in the evening around 10, 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And that's usually, I think, when a lot of people pick up. And I always have an issue with parking. You know, so it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense. And plus, it also, people can time, okay, how long can I be at the dispensary? Oh, you know what? This is going to be faster for me to go to this one instead.
And exactly. And it's advertisement for them like, hey, you know what? We have a big enough parking lot. So even if it is rushed, we can hold this many cars in our parking lot. And it's advertisement for them at the same exact time and it drives business and it drives a footprint. I went to business school. I know what's up.
That's right. That's right.
Man, if you listen to this fucking show, I'd probably give him like 50 fucking ideas to make millions of dollars.
Somebody's going to make $1 billion off your idea alone.
That's all good.
Yeah, but you know, and I'm glad you mentioned that because that's the thing about it. Like us three here, we're actually doing something about it. We're actually moving every day. You know, one of the things I say, if you're moving, you're improving.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's a great goal for everybody to have because, you know, you can have 1 million ideas. But one of my mentors always says all the time, you can have 1 million ideas, but are you acting on it? What are you doing?
I've also heard one thing. You can have 1 million ideas, but it only takes one to make you that $1 million.
Ooh, true indeed. True indeed.
True. I'm living mine right now,
That's
so we're
right.
good to go. We're good to go. We're going to get to a break right here on the Cannabis Council, Chaotic Radio. Brought to you by Greenery Depot. All you motherfuckers stick with us. I love y'all.
All roll together in the same L. We smoke once all day, you can't tell. Hell.
BS just won't do. ChaoticRadio.com.
Lyricism at its finest, but they like not bad for a honky. These whack rappers are jackasses. I'm looking at them like donkey. You living in a land of fairy tales, sugar plums and them gumdrops. I'm from the land of them killers, bitch, with them liquor stores and them gunshots. Fucking with a Mexican, she call me Papi Chulo. Even at first base, I keep a glove like Albert Pujols. Let my dogs off the leash. They some killers like Cujo. Kill these tracks, rest in peace. Now they waiting on me for my next entry. Bitch, masturbating to my neighbors through a pair of binoculars. I stuck a cone to my dog's nose cause I wanted me a rhinoceros. Turn a unicorn into human form. Thought that y'all were confused before. I fly through Western Airlines in a Unabomber's uniform, but I fuck around when the beat drop. Everything I spit is like a breath of fresh air. Detox. I can still spit better than you if I got on the track and decided to beatbox. Kill him in a sequence, no secret. When I see threat, gotta eat it. Fuck around the independent predicament that you would consider a son of a bitches. Never get out of once you get into it. But they don't believe me. They just blow it off. You dumb.
Yeah, that was the man right there, KYDD. If you do not know who he is, get your ass on YouTube and look him up. He's a white boy from Detroit with a big ass beard. And I know you can't tell from him rapping, but that motherfucker kills it. Like he just remixed Kendrick Lamar's or did something to Kendrick Lamar's fucking so I knew when he got fuck. I just humble, dude. Humble. Fuck, dude. He fucking killed it, bro. I watched it right before the show and I was like, dude. I wish he was on the West Coast. I'd get his ass in here.
Word.
Dude, he's sick, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dude.
Funny.
That's just a little bit, dude. Like he's hilarious. He's hilarious in the shit that fool comes out with. See, that's what I want the whole show to be about, you know what I mean? Is like everything that encompasses it, you know what I mean? Because how many people get, you get high and fold, people get high and write music, you know what I mean? Like get high and just create art. So that's what I'm trying to bring everything to the forefront because honestly, these are dope. And when you get all high, you just start like looking at shit. You know what I mean? Like you start examining your piece, like, wow, how cool is this? And then you get some shit like this. You're like, man, how fucking dope is this? You know?
It's the life.
It's, it's my life. I love it. It doesn't suck.
That's right.
So the marketing, man. So what are some new things that some people in the cannabis industry need to kind of get their act together with in the whole marketing game?
What really is just about creating, and this is where I think it might be a little bit difficult too, especially because Facebook has been waiving so much of like the images that you put on your Facebook page, especially because you have to link your Facebook page to your Instagram in order for your Instagram page to be a business page. But besides that obstacle, the best thing is really handing a lot of product out. I talk to a lot of companies and, well, I don't know if I'm ready to give out free product and I don't know if I'm ready to do this. But guess what? You're going to have to because nobody knows you. So you got to be relevant to people. You got to be out there in their faces. You got to be showing them, in a sense, like I said, you got to give them that free product to let them know that, look, it's good. It's better than the rest. Because like you said earlier, and you made a great point, someone else is going to come and do it. They're going to be like, oh, this is what I need to do. Let's do it. They're not going to hesitate. They're going to jump on it. Yeah,
because somebody's going to see, they're going to be like, all right, well, I can sacrifice these 2 slabs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could probably make a few grand off of each one. Or I can make 10 grand later by giving these away right now.
Exactly. And that's the main thing. And I'm glad you mentioned that. And that's what the thing about with people with social media marketing is, one of the things is be patient. And I talk to Torgami about that all the time, is be patient, And so as far as if I can give a great tip to anybody who's going to be in the industry and is going to use social media like Instagram, be patient, study your Instagram, study your followers, comment on your followers who are following you. Make sure to always comment. So I see a lot of pages and there's tons of comments, but not one person replying back from that page. So reply to your fans.
See, that's where I fuck up. I need to do that.
Oh, yeah.
He taught me a lesson about that.
Yeah, definitely, because you never know who's watching. And so there might be that other person on the other side be like, oh, man, he didn't even respond to my comment. I get a lot of people saying that. So if you're engaging, what happens also, too, is that Instagram starts lifting up your account higher through the algorithm because you're actually engaging, because there's more words being added onto your actual page. And I'm sure you've heard Gary Vee say that as well too. What is one of the things Gary Vee says all the time? Content.
Yes,
content. So content is responding back to your fans, doing hashtags, constantly posting, using your stories. Your stories are huge, especially Instagram stories, because it's like you're going live. Another thing that I tell people, you guys remember that movie, what was it called? The Truman Show with Jim Carrey? That was a glimpse of social media. You see, a lot of people don't know that. That's the era we're living in today. Because today people will pull out the camera first before they help you, right?
Fuck yeah. They will hit that camera button before the fucking 911. And you only have to hold the 9 down.
Right.
For just as long as you have to hold the damn camera button down, but everybody hits that button first.
Yeah, and that's the point of social media. If you're not using social media for any industry, you're not going to be here in 3 years from now. So you might as well just go get a regular job. You might as well go do something else. Straight up, that's just the truth. So it's something that you have to do. And for businesses that are listening, make a budget for it. If you got to sell your shoes, if you got to sell your car, whatever you need to do to make budget for marketing, make money for your business, because your business is going to owe you. What you just said right now. Yeah, you might not, make the money you need right now, but guess what? 18 months later, 25 months later, 30 months later, you're getting $100,000 contract, or you might get $1 million contract, and you're gonna remember and be like, "Oh, this is why, because I sacrificed. I put that money into marketing."
Well, that's like I just was telling Toigami out there that shout out Gary V, his new video that he just posted up recently, that he had a bunch of high school kids sitting down around his table, and he pulled out a cell phone. And he was like, if I could make this a time machine right now, I'll show you 10 years in the future. And, what you could have a big house, a nice car, with the things you want, you would work 10, 13 hours a day, every single day.
Exactly.
To be able to get that for the next 10 years. He said you wouldn't care. He's like, because you would know where you're going. And people don't, that's what they lose sight of.
Exactly.
Is that they let their short-term goals affect their long-term prospects. And you can never let that shit happen. Because right now doesn't matter. Because right now can change tomorrow if you work today to do it.
Exactly. And then that's a great point too. Like when you look at Snapchat, right? Snapchat was hot. They went public. Everything was fine. What did Instagram do though? They came back and they took everything that Snapchat is doing. And now they're hotter than them. Where like last week, Snapchat dropped almost 25% in the stock market because nobody was downloading the app anymore because of the filters that were brought to Instagram.
Yeah.
So that lets you know you got to be on your toes all the time, 24/7. Wow. And that's how the social media game is. True story. If you're not on it every day, if people are not seeing you, if you're having new followers, and that's another thing too, every day you should have your goal as a company. How many followers do I want to gain today? How many followers do I want to gain this week? How many do I want to have by the end of the month? You need to write it down, look at it, envision it, and like you said right now, what is your long term? Mm-hmm. That's what you have to focus on. Not tomorrow, what you need to do tomorrow to get you here.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to look at social media as a great tool. Don't look at some people, especially people my age, or when I talk to people like baby boomers, Generation X, I hate it. And then you hate making money then. You hate evolution then. Straight up.
You got to change.
You do.
You have to. Business is always changing. You have to change with it. And that's one thing I state a lot is that the cannabis industry is going to go through dramatic changes. We're starting them right now. I know you guys don't buy like big quality, big units of flower, but units of flower have gone up significantly, hundreds of dollars within the last couple of months. Like the last 6 months since it's all started to really roll through, people, the growers have realized that their bottom line is going to change. And so if they don't start now charging some of those prices and upping their bottom line, then they're not going to be able to do it once it all hits. You feel me?
Word.
Like once a store, okay, for you, say paper went up.
Okay.
Right? Paper goes up $20 a fucking sheet.
Ooh.
Okay, because that's about what's going to happen in cannabis. Like that kind of dramatic, thing.
Okay.
So it's like $20 a sheet. What's paper right now?
$2, probably like $2 a page.
Okay, so $18 a sheet.
Okay.
Let's make everything pretty relative.
Okay.
Like $15 to $18 a sheet. That's how much cannabis is going to like really like start to shoot up. You know what I mean? It's going to just be unbearable for the grower. Like that's how much their bottom line is going to change. So they're looking at it right now going, okay, well, we were getting 18 for this. We now have to make 28 for this minimum in order to just be able to walk away with a few $100 by the time this is all done, because they're going to be responsible for packaging, and hiring new employees and testing and doing all that kind of BS. So now, so you pay $2, right?
About roughly.
Okay. And sorry to ask your price, but thank you for telling me.
It's all good.
And then you used to have a profit margin with $2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now imagine if even for you to make a profit margin, it goes you can only spend 2 cents. You wouldn't make shit.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Be slaving away for nothing.
For nothing. And that's what they realize that they're going to do is if they don't start, bringing up the price of cannabis in order to cover their bottom line, it's not going to work in the end. You can't $1,800 a pound plus pay an employee plus buy packaging plus buy all this. By the time you grow enough of it, you're on this gigantic, it just fucking turns into a headache.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody wants to grow their business, but you have to grow your business in stride and in stages.
Yeah. And
You can't go from A to D because you gotta learn them lessons in between.
Yeah.
If you go from A to D, you're gonna fucking fold.
That's right.
And so that's what I think, a lot of people are realizing. We have to start, right now, start at A. And B is gonna come and with the price of cannabis rolling and everything going up. Because I love that the price of cannabis is going up. Because it's going to help this industry. And that's what a lot of people don't get.
That's right.
Yeah, it sucks. It's going to get passed down to the consumer, but it's going to get passed down to your asses anyways.
True.
Right.
You know what I mean? You would rather have it flow and rather have good product.
Quality.
Somebody that cares about the product, growing it like most people do now. You know what I mean? I'll pay the extra $10.
Yeah, to know I'm getting a good product.
It's quality. It's business.
It's business.
It's the business, and it's gonna grow. And that's. We all know what's going to happen with the industry, and I think that's why a lot of us here today, we're taking advantage of it because in 5 years from now, these opportunities are not going to be available.
Do a year from now.
There you go. Even a year from now,
I mean, too many people are realizing it right now.
Right.
When I got this opportunity to do what I'm doing now, I realized it. And then a month later, Gary Vee comes out. You were the one that told me. And then a month later, Gary Vee comes out and he was like, if you're in the podcast game, don't get out. You're in the fucking right game. This is the shit to do.
Wow.
And I had already had that fucking thought a month, like, I'm not, this is what I got to do then. I got to come to the public, the forefront, be in the public and, show everybody what's up. But that's what all these other companies are going to have to also do.
right?
I don't have many followers on my page. I don't have many. I have under 1,000 on my page, JC, and I have under 1,000 on my show page. But the thing about it, I like it is that it may be under 1,000, but all those people pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
I get comments, I get likes, I get all this shit that happens. So those people are engaged. And like I said, I need to engage them a little bit more. I've been a little bit too busy with other shit in life. But just like you're saying, companies need to do that type of stuff to get their names out there, to take advantage of the algorithms.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't take much. It's small key things like you were saying. And you can really put it out there if you invest a couple of hours a day into liking pictures and hashtagging and commenting back.
Exactly.
That will bring you a lot in the future.
Exactly. Just look at it like laying down dominoes. You're laying down dominoes. You're building that wall.
Yep.
And that's exactly what's happening with your algorithm is through social media. So imagine if you skip one day. Guess what? You tipped over your dominoes. You got to start all over again from the beginning.
Well, not only that, yeah, like if you're laying down dominoes and you skip a day, if your dominoes are falling, they don't hit that next domino.
Exactly.
It ain't there. You stop rolling.
Man, awesome. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your shit stopped. Like, oh fuck, that domino went there.
Exactly. That's a great analogy. Exactly. And that's exactly how it is. So imagine if it was like 10, 15 years from now where you had to pay $100,000 for advertisement or $1 million for advertisement.
I hope so.
Well, we're going to be able to have those opportunities still even now because guess what? You're being relevant on social media. Now you're becoming what's called an influencer. So now you're going to have those people come pay you that money. Because guess what? You're being an influencer because you're doing this. You're the one that led that path to everybody else following you. And that's why I love your mentality because you're like, I'm not going to let nobody follow me. Ain't nobody going to be able to follow me. I'm going to be on my own. There's no competition. I'm going to dominate. And that's exactly you have to be. You have to dominate. You have to think domination all the time. That's it, period.
I know most of the other guys out here that have the big shows. You know what I mean? There's really only two people that have real big shows on the West Coast. Everybody else is kind of in the medium range or the small range like I am. But I'm moving up to medium range here in a few, so I don't mind. But it's Adam Ill and Cannabis Talk 101. Those are pretty much, the shows. Adam Ill's on Be Real TV. He has a really good show. Guy's been in it for a long time. He's into the broadcasting thing. You know what I mean? He's been behind the mic. He does not make the fuck ups that I do. I fuck up behind the mic all the time. But I'm in a learning process.
It's a learning process, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't care. I keep on rolling on. And when I tell people I fuck up, I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I acknowledge my fuck up and I keep on going, But I watch those shows. I watch Adam's show. I listen to Cannabis Talk 101, because I think at a certain aspect, like not only do I want to be the best and I want to dominate, but two, we have to join together and be a formidable force. You know what I mean?
That's right.
At the same time, I got to know my motherfucking place. My place is nowhere near where they are. You know what I mean? And I know that. You know, so I don't try to go up and be like, no, I'm going to try to compete with these motherfuckers because let's quite frankly, I'm not. You know, they've been in this game for a long time doing this broadcast shit. Yes, I've been in the industry, but they've been doing the broadcast thing, been on that hustle. And let me tell you what, it's a whole different fucking ballgame.
Yes.
I've learned a lot in the past little while. And so I think like a little bit of unity needs to come about too. Because like when I see Adam and when I see Blue, I'm like, what's up, man? Like I show them nothing but love. You know, I've even told them, man, that ain't no competition. Y'all want to come on my show? Come on my show. You want to promote your show on my show? Come do it. I don't care. Because everybody needs, if you get your information from one place, you're a dumb motherfucker.
True.
Because you're only getting one person's perspective. That's why I try to have multiple people on here to spread multiple perspectives. Not only that, but they're going to have different perspectives, you know, those hosts. And they're going to be able to, you know, shed something maybe that I didn't even think about. You know what I mean? So that's why I want everybody to listen to all the shows and get your, I want you to listen to mine, but I also want you to listen to them. So you get all types of information to truly educate yourself. You know what I mean? Like when you go to school, you don't just read one textbook. You get this textbook for this semester, this textbook for the next semester, and this one for the next semester. They all kind of have the same information in them, but each one can be a little bit different. Explain something a tad bit different. So maybe this one explained it this way, the next one explains it differently, and all of a sudden you fucking understand it.
Cross-pollination.
That's very true.
You know? And so that's what's up. Like this, especially right now with what's going to happen is that these bigger companies aren't stupid. They're going to start giving people podcasts when it comes to cannabis and giving people cannabis shows. And don't get me wrong, the people that get the shows may very well deserve the show, may know exactly what they're talking about. But the company behind them does not deserve to get what they're going to get from it because they didn't put in the work to this industry. And those people, you know, Adam, with his show, Getting High With, I believe is his show, and, you know, Cannabis Talk 101, these guys have put the work into the industry, into the people in the industry, you know, work to network and work to get where they are in this industry. They didn't buy their ways in. You know, they came up the fucking hard way, like everybody, like you fucking should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's when, like, you know, and then the companies that back them are the companies that have come up in this industry and really fucking pushed and really, you know, been forefronts and been people that have really pushed hard for the industry, not people that just came in and were like, oh, yeah.
Make a few bucks.
Make a few bucks.
Yeah.
Like, Adam is backed mostly by Be Real. Okay? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Be Real.
Yeah.
That's huge right there.
And he's backed by Brass Knuckles, who's owned by Exhibit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, people that have done good things, have really pushed for all kinds of shit. They rap about, you know, fucking like legalize this shit. It's not fucking bad. So that's the kind of people that they're aligning themselves with because they're good in this industry. And that's what all the people now, like, you know, that's why I'm trying to align myself with the good people in the industry. Yeah, there's going to be people that come in, a small percentage of millionaires, of people that want to get in this industry to make money, that are going to look out for the good of the industry. But most of these people are going to come in for their fucking pocketbooks.
True.
You know, there's going to be that millionaire that comes in and goes, I don't really care if I make money. It's just kind of fun. But he's going to give more back.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be fun. He's like, you know what? No, because I'm not really looking to make a shit ton of money. This is just kind of fun. I'm looking to do this, get my name out there. Yeah, I'd rather have that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than the guy that's going to give away the poop soup because, you know what I mean, type of deal. Like, it just don't fly with me, you know? So, like, there's just a lot of changes. You know, we're going to have to be a lot more professional.
Yes.
So that link you sent me earlier, yeah, I'll be hitting you up.
For sure, brother.
Dude, that guy's got some fly shit.
Thosey?
Dude, fly shit. Shout him out real quick.
Which one? Which link?
The fucking clothes.
Oh, yes. So for anybody out there, Alain Dupetit, you know, he's a French black tailor, which I love because his story is enriched. He originally comes from France. His father was one of the main tailors out in the industry. He brought it out here, and he decided to, you know, to keep the prices low, affordable, great quality. Check him out, Alain Dupetit, or you can follow me at Powered by 7 Marketing. Click my link. It'll also take you to that site as well. And that's a great point that you bring up too, because when you have the element of love of something and then you come professional, you know, it's not about the money. That's one thing that I want to be clear about with somebody. It's successful. It's not about the money. It's just the money comes with it because you're having so much fun. you're enjoying it and your passion is coming out. And so all the opportunities to that open up. So, you know.
Well, there's this guy, his name's Wolfmate, Jason, I'm drawing a blank. But he has a radio show on Sirius Radio, right? And he's an old professional skateboarder. Like, he's a bad motherfucker, dude. He's cool. But he said, he goes, you know how I made it? He goes, I faked it till I made it. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I had faked it so long, by the time I had made it, it was just kind of like, okay.
You're here.
You're here, like reality kind of struck, like, you ain't faking it anymore. Wow. You made it. You know what I mean? He goes, you just got to fake it till you make it. He goes, you have to emulate the people above you. Not copy them, but emulate them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take something what they have, create, make it your own. Of course, you're taking their idea. Yeah, it is what it is. But you're going to create it and you're going to make it your own. You're going to stem off of it. I suggest it like this. Instead of doing a brainstorm, right, where you get one bubble and you get multiple thoughts off of one bubble.
Okay.
Well, where does that really get you? Because it leaves you with one solid thought. Sure, you get all these other thoughts, but all they're refraining about is this one thought. Well, what about a brain chain? It's where you have one thought and it leads to another thought. Well, then that thought leads to this one, leads to this one, leads to this one, leads to this one. By the time you know it, you're not really left with the same thought, but because your creative chain is taking you all the way over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not stuck on one single idea. You don't have tunnel vision. The tunnels are long.
Yeah.
And by the time you start the tunnel, you got one idea. And you smoke a blunt. By the time you get to the end of the tunnel, you got a whole nother idea, but it started from the first one.
You got to go through the darkness first.
Exactly.
To get to the light on the other side.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you're stuck on the one thought, you're still sitting at the beginning of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And so you got to continuously project your thought and go forward with your thought and go forward with everything. Or else you're not going to be able to make it. Fuck. If you're going to be stuck in the dark ages, you see the people in the industry.
Yeah.
They don't adapt and stay exactly where the fuck they are, and then they're not around.
Kmart.
Yeah. That's true. And that's actually what's happening, if Walmart, for instance, they just closed 250 Walmarts. Why? Because, Sam Walton's children, I'm going to say, I read, if you guys read his book, Sam Walton's book, I highly recommend it because it talks about how he became one of the first companies in the 80s to become billionaires because of what he did, hard work. And one of the things you said right now was thought. He always thought forward. He built that cycle, and he built it to his children, but they didn't do right because Amazon came and just killed it. Why? Mm-hmm. Because they kept in the dark ages. They didn't pick up on what's new.
Let me tell you this one real quick. KFC, I've told this story on the show before, but I want to tell you guys because I think you'll get something from it. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay.
Everybody's heard of it.
Word.
Everybody's heard of Colonel Sanders. Mm-hmm. You know how Kentucky Fried Chicken started?
Try me.
Wasn't he was like 65 years old and that was like his last business, right? Something like that. And
okay, he had a number of failed things, right? Failed marriages, all kinds of shit happened. Man had a rough ass life up until the point where he's 65 years old. He was sitting on a park bench writing down. He wanted to kill himself. So he was writing down reasons to live, trying to figure out if he should or shouldn't. You know what I mean?
It's deep.
Yeah, hard place to be in life, right? I'm sure I've been there, right? But so he sat down and he figured out, like, what the fuck can I do? What's the point of staying here? 65 years old, I've just failed, right? But what does fail stand for?
Stop.
First attempt in learning. Right? So he didn't fail. He just learned a bunch of fucking lessons.
Okay.
So he's 65 years old. He's sitting on a fucking park bench. And he's like, so what do I live for? So he's writing down all these fucking lessons or all these reasons. And one of them was I can cook. And so, whatever. It put him in a better mood, writing down the reasons why. Okay. So he didn't kill himself. Got up, went home, and started to cook. Spent his last, few, bucks that he had. Bought some chicken. Got the 7 herbs and spices. We all know and love.
Word.
Sure indeed.
Made chicken and sold it door to door.
Wow. Now, how hard is that to go to somebody's house with a bucket of chicken
and sell it door to door? Well, I mean, this was back in the day.
Yeah, but still
I mean,
still a hard task when someone can say,
Right.
I can cook this in my own kitchen. Why should I buy your chicken?
Well, he would, and give them a sample, and then they taste it, and they're like, "Oh, that's why I'm buying your chicken." Because you can cook fried chicken too, but guess what you do? You go down the street and go buy KFC.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Go get that original recipe.
Extra crispy.
But that's what he did, right? So he walked around door to door and sold all his shit. 7 years later, the man was a billionaire.
So not giving up.
Not giving up, and like Gary Vee says, you punch your fucking weaknesses and you go after your goddamn strengths.
Sure indeed.
There's millions. I just read nothing. Gary Vee. I'm sorry to go back to this, but like I watch this shit every day. And so he put something up and he said, I was an F student in high school. I had my friends' parents telling them not to hang out with me because I was a fucking loser. And he goes, I'm more successful than my entire graduating class combined.
Wow.
Yeah.
He goes, because there's millions of dollars made in this country. Millions, probably close to $1 billion made in this country on how to fix your weaknesses, right? If you concentrate on your weaknesses, then you're not ever paying attention to your strengths. If you just want to fix your weaknesses, then you're not going to apply your strengths to shit. So you punt your fucking weaknesses. Bro, I suck at that shit. I'm going to do it. You guess what I can't do? Skateboard. Guess what I don't do? Skateboard. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Guess what I can't do? Be an MMA fighter. Guess what I don't do? Get in the fucking ring.
Pick fights.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can throw. I grew up in the ghetto. I was varsity wrestler. I know what I'm doing.
Word.
But could I go up to a fucking trained fighter and be like, I'm going to fuck you up? No.
No.
You stay in your motherfucking lane.
True.
Right? You do what you are strong at.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to realize. This industry is going to open up so much. And you may not be strong in this industry at what you're doing right now, but you can find a niche in this motherfucker that you're good at and run with it.
Exploit that shit.
I'm going to be real with you. I can't make hash like they're making now. I don't want to invest in the equipment and the time and the shit to learn. There's a lot of people out there that did it, and they're going to be doing a lot better job than me, and to catch up to them would, quite honestly, take way more time and money than I'm willing to invest in that. Yes, there would be a long-term goal and everything.
Yeah.
But there's other niches in this industry. They're going to go faster for me, make more money, and I ain't going to have to work as fucking hard.
That's right.
Quite honestly.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And that's you working on your strengths.
That's my work. That's me working on my strengths. Something everybody's always told me is, you can talk, and you know about cannabis.
Here
Dream
we
come
are.
true.
We
appreciate
are.
that, man. We seen history right now, straight up.
You know
We're
what I
living
mean?
it.
Yeah, and you got to go for your strengths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You work a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but every day you play to your strengths because one day this shit will probably make you a bunch of money.
And my weaknesses have always been business, the business savvy side. So I
Hired him.
I have somebody that helps me and does all that stuff for me, so I can just focus on this. And every morning he tells me, you're going to quit that Clark Kent one day. You're going to click. You're going to stop. You're going to be able to be Superman 24/7.
Yeah.
And I'm moving towards that because I didn't focus on my weaknesses, which were handling the business aspects of it, the marketing side. I just want to fold and make dope shit.
Imagine when you ain't even folding no more.
Ooh,
You're
that's,
gonna
man,
have a table.
Man, that's what I tell them all the
A
time.
table full of people sitting there folding for you.
He put that vision in my head, and I admit there's sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to cough up the mathematics to somebody like that just yet. I'm not ready for it, but slowly and surely I'm starting to move units,
Yeah.
and I can't do this like that anymore to spend that amount of time folding up everything personally by hand.
All right, you guys know who Jerome Baker is? The JBD Designs. They're an old bong company. Pretty much one of the first one to get real super big.
Okay.
Okay. So the owner did a interview for a movie, and he said, when I would make bongs, make an order and sell an order, I made $100,000 a year. When I made bongs and put them in a warehouse and sold my warehouse, he said I made $1 million a year.
Wow.
You want to know why that is?
10x.
You know why?
Shoot.
Because when somebody placed an order, he filled the order. They didn't place an order, and he had to tell them, all right, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He placed an order, he filled it. Somebody called the next day, he placed it, they filled it, 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 placed it, they filled it. And all of a sudden, he had to hire 10, 20 more people to make sure he had a certain amount of backstock because orders were coming in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And once you get that big, people call and they say, I want this. And you go, fuck, oh, sorry, I have this. Do you want it? Take it or leave it because the next guy will take it. Guess what they do?
Take it.
Yeah.
Take all of it.
Yeah.
Because the next guy will come in, and they don't want the next guy to be the competition. They have all of it now. But that's how it goes. I know you like folding, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no.
But if you had a table of motherfuckers folding for you and somebody placed an order and you said, yeah, it'll be there in 24 hours.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely go for it.
Next week they place another order because it gets in 20. You're not working on the same order.
Yeah.
So now you've done 2 orders. You've done 3 orders. You've done 4 orders. You've done 5 orders. And all of a sudden you don't have time for Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Even if you're not making as much money, you just don't have time because your goal is going to be
There you
out
go.
there.
Speak on that.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's the thing about it too.
Dude, you guys have no idea. I give my last dollar for this show to do shit all the motherfucking time. Literally. Like, I'm glad I live with a homie who fucking has enough money to cover rent and shit. I'm not kidding you.
Word.
Because I look around and like, I ain't got rent this month. He's like, cool. He's like, how much you owe me? I'm not paying attention to that right now. but he knows at the end of this, what I owe him is going to be fucking pennies. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like, why? He goes, because you're going to hand me herb and the money. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, we cool. He's like, your interest is going to be exactly what I want it to be.
Exactly.
So he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because he sees that there's a long-term goal. There's something I'm striving for, and I ain't going to give up.
And that's a great you have that support. You know,
Oh, yeah,
because a lot of people don't have that support. So when you have that support, it actually pushes you even more. You know, to push yourself, to brand yourself, because you're like, man, he believes in me. That person believes in me. This person believes in me. Most importantly, you believe in yourself.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of people in my corner.
That's beautiful.
I may be doing this by myself, but let's put it this way. Let's put it frankly. I am not doing this by myself.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you the forefront,
Yeah.
and sure, you out there doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you couldn't sit down there and motherfucking fold if it wasn't for everybody else that believed in you and that pushed you
Exactly.
and that made
Exactly.
it. And when your fingers get tired, they look at you and say, bitch, keep folding. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I've slept on floors. I've slept in cars. I've slept in abandoned apartments. I've slept on homies' couches.
Why you think I drive a station wagon?
Yeah. Amen.
I can sleep
I've
in that
been there.
bitch.
Yeah, I hear
I
that.
do.
So I've been there to see the progression. If it hadn't been for the people around me who believed in me when sometimes maybe when I didn't believe in myself or I didn't see the vision fully, they saw something in me and here, you can have my couch for a week. Here, you can stay here for a month. Just keep doing what you're doing and don't stop. And here I am today, like still pushing units, still folding. Shout out to all those people who let me stay on the couch.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to
straight
everybody. I'm sorry for drinking all your liquor and smoking all your roaches out your ashtrays. But for real, like if it hadn't been for that team of people behind me, pushing me every time I fall down, picking me up, dusting me off, like here, get on your way. Like I might not be here right now, still doing what I'm doing.
Well, I think where I get lucky is that my buddy is a musician. And one thing I've heard him say several times, even before I started this, was every musician that made it couch surfed for years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And went through hell and had to do all kinds of shit and had people believe in them and then not believe in them and do all that bullshit. He says, but then when they made it, all those people that they couch surfed on
Yep.
got new fucking houses.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you let me sleep on your couch? You can now move that couch into this new house I just fucking bought you. Thank you.
Yeah.
True indeed.
And that's what's up. So he knows. I mean, he already, don't get me wrong, that motherfucker has I live in a house that's so big, sometimes I don't want to walk to the kitchen because it fucking takes too goddamn long. I'm not kidding you.
That's a good problem to have.
I don't like sink water, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck it. I can walk into my bathroom, walk into my room and go to the bathroom because I'm like, dude, the fucking kitchen's like another 100 steps away. One way. I ain't going there. Fuck that. I'm going to the other side. No, dude, this fucking house, it's a one story and so it's just laid the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no, I kid you not, dude. My buddy, his wing, it's a wing.
His wing.
It's a wing,
Okay.
bro. His fucking master bedroom is like 3 times the room we're in right now. Plus, he's got a giant walk-in closet, plus a giant bathroom, and then an office, all attached to the same thing. It's a wing.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
That's awesome right there.
It is awesome, right? And the rest of the house is just fucking big. Seriously.
Just for no reason.
Dude. I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason.
I laughed and I told my shit. I said, if this thing was 500 square feet more, you need another fucking kitchen.
Wow.
I said, you need a kitchenette somewhere halfway in between this son of a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's big, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's
right
pretty
there.
cool. Yeah, you need 1,000 steps, walk around my house.
That's what I aspire for right there, man. Having such a big family, you know, like I that's
No, there's 3 people, 4 counting me.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Just a big fucking house. But I mean, he worked for it. His last house could fit in his living room.
so he's been grinding.
Oh yeah, he'd been grinding. All the
Yeah.
time.
Well, they say it takes
That's
10
like,
years
no.
to be an overnight success, to be considered an
To be
overnight.
considered, yeah, true indeed, 10
so
years.
you got to
I
put in
love
that
that.
tenner.
I love it. 10 years to be an overnight success. Fucking A. I'll be a one-hit wonder. I don't give a fuck.
I'm with you on that. You need
Yes.
a hype man?
You fucking A. I may. I might hit you up on that.
Word.
We're going to take another break right here on the Cannabis Council, Chaotic Radio. Stick the motherfucker with us. I'm going to go outside, chill, catch some fresh air, because our owner needs to turn on the motherfucking air. I saw you walk in, Dutchie. Yeah, Mike's over there laughing. All right, everybody stick with us here on Chaotic Radio, Cannabis Council. We love y'all. Be right back.
You wanna smoke weed, but the reefer's all gone. And somebody
Fuck around and get your ass kicked. We roll shit that burns slow as fucking
What's going on, everybody? We're back here for the last segment of the Cannabis Council. We have some fucking cool guests on today. I thank y'all for showing up, man. We talk about some shit that I haven't gotten to talk about with people like on the show yet because I haven't had like guests enough to fucking, like that understood it enough. So thank you very much for rolling on, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no, dude, thank you. Like I appreciate the shit out of it because that's Cheech and Chong thing.
It's yours.
Thank you. Hey, Mike, is there any where we got to put those guys zoom in on those fucking Cheech and Chong dolls you bought?
We got some Cheech and Chong dolls.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, let's see what we got.
Zoom in on those.
Where are they at? The place right there.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
we'll get a nice close up right there. Just
All
leave
right.
them right there. I'll take care of it.
All right.
That's what's up.
Yeah, dude, those things are dope, dude. Chong's got a big ass fucking J, one of those fucking massive ones with the known to roll.
From the movie, remember we all.
Yeah.
I remember when that album came with a giant rolling paper.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I remember a lot of people destroyed them and stuff. I saw somebody wanted to pay like $20 just for that paper. I was like, fuck, the album sold for like $20. You know what I mean? That's a good investment, I guess.
All right, there you go, Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong, yeah.
That's right.
I hope everybody can see that, dude. Those are some dope ass little fucking origami or toygami. Let's make it right.
Just folded up this morning for you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's dope. Dude, those are definitely going to be used. Here. I'm gonna move them real quick. Bam. Check them out. There. So yeah, dude, that's what's up, dude. I mean, you make some really creative shit. I mean, they even got the little ears that stick out. Like, I mean, you really, I'm sure you're going to get even more creative with it,
Yeah.
have more accessories and all that kind of BS. Like,
It's a labor of love, man. It's always how can I evolve and make it better.
yeah. And I really wanted to showcase it. When he showed it, when he sent me your information, I was like, dude, this is fucking something I've never seen before.
That's what I love to hear right
Yeah.
there.
It
right
really
there.
is. It's, like you said, everybody's seen origami, which no joke, like origami is the shit.
Yeah,
It's hard as fuck to do.
It's a lot of math.
But fuck, this is ridiculous. Like that shoe, I want to learn how to fold up one of them shoes. Honestly,
At some point in the game, I am going to try to do, how they have sipping drinks. Well, I want to do, a smoke and fold.
I got the perfect place for you to do it.
Okay.
Hitman Coffee Shop, bro.
Okay.
Honestly, it is like because people can sit there and smoke.
Exactly.
In there, you can run a little thing like kind of show what's up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I honestly think you could make a little bit more and open your market up if you did sell them for people to pre-fold.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it. It's like selling tickets for a show, pre-selling tickets for a show.
Okay.
Think about it like this. You know why you sell pre-tickets for a show?
So you automatically know who's coming in. You've already been paid.
No.
Okay.
Because not everybody's going to show up.
Word.
That's why they pre-sell tickets for shows. Yeah, you're going to pre-sell a ticket for a concert that's 2 months from now. Well, life's fucking busy. What are the chances of you might make plans and you're like, fuck, concert, fuck, I got to go to this, so you don't go to the concert, but you've already paid for it. They already get their money from that, whether you show up or not.
Exactly.
So you got to think about shit like this.
Okay.
That, yeah, they may not know how to fold it, but they're going to get so frustrated when they fuck up the first one, they're going to buy another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great business. I like that.
You
And
know
if
what I
all
mean?
else fails, they'll just buy it pre-made.
Right. And then and it all sells. But if you teach people how to kind of fold them and do it, and you never know, dude, like I said, if you expand it and show, let's quite frankly put it this way. If you hold a workshop
Okay.
and somebody shows you an idea at your workshop, that's your idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you have other people that are sitting there folding like, oh man, well, what if you can do something like this? And you can be like, fuck, that's cool.
Exactly.
Do it.
The talent pool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're not going to mind because you're going to shout them out and be like, yeah, the homie did this. And they're going to fucking just think it's the most wonderful thing in the world.
I got you.
Definitely.
You feel me? And then you
Definitely.
send them you send them a couple sheets. What's that cost you? Nothing, because they just fucking gave you a new idea that made you a bunch of money.
Exactly.
And that's the kind of shit, like, that's the brain chain. If you're stuck on this idea, it ain't going to work. But if you go, oh, wait, all of a sudden, you got something else working for you. You know what I mean? That's how, like I said,
But that's how open business people think, like what you just said right now. People that are not, first of all, they're not timid, to bring out their ideas. They're not insecure. They're not jealous. Like kind of what you said outside, what's going on with the industry. You got so many of that coming out. You know, but when you spread knowledge and you know, like, oh man, he's gonna, you know, you're helping somebody else, it's gonna come back to you. It's
Yeah.
that good karma. If you know, so
Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
hey man, yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And
Yes,
that's what's
sir.
up. Like, I've done a lot of free work in my lifetime,
Yeah.
but look at where I am
Yeah.
right now.
That's right.
You know what I mean? People are like, why'd you do that for free? Well, because in a couple years, like, no, yeah, I did that. And people are like, okay, cool. Because just the knowledge of having it could get you so much further than getting paid for actually doing it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if I'm not
Yes.
getting paid, I want to know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I want to be smart on it because that's that's what I'm getting paid for it. You know what I mean? I'm learning how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's my payment. And I get to take that knowledge and go somewhere else with it. Well, if you're getting paid for it, sometimes you're kind of just like, you just do the job to get paid.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why people hustle in commission jobs.
I know that all too well.
Yeah. I fucking hate commission jobs. Don't get me wrong. I've had to work a few, but you know, it is what it is. But you hustle a little bit harder. You tend to learn a little bit more. Even if you don't make the money you wanted to learn, you learned a lot of motherfucking lessons.
Yeah.
You know?
And then the connections.
You're speaking the truth right now with me right now because
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because look, you know, I work 6 days out of the week, and I do that because I want to take advantage as much time as I can. Why? To hustle. Because I want to knock on many doors as I can. Because that's how it's going to open the opportunity for me. you
Pull a
know?
Colonel Sanders, bro.
Hey, straight up. That still works to this day.
Yeah.
You know, people don't want to put in that work. I do things that other people are not going to do.
You know how Kirby vacuums got started?
Door to door.
Door to door.
Door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
And everybody had a fucking Kirby.
Everybody had a Kirby. And they're good too.
Fuck yeah.
You
People
know?
still have
Still
the ones
have
they
them
bought
when
when they
like
bought
20
door to
years ago.
door.
Yeah.
And they're still fixing
Shoot.
them. There's still Kirby stores open that
Yeah.
do nothing. They don't even sell Kirby vacuums.
Yeah.
But there are Kirby repair stores still open to this day because people won't get rid of them.
Yeah. They're still, yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, they repair other vacuums and stuff too. But I mean, you take a Kirby, that's their, you know,
That's
the
their bread and butter.
rebuildable. And that's the problem. People don't build shit anymore
Yeah.
to be fixed. I came up as a car mechanic, right? Now they call them technicians. I call them parts replacers. I've been to UTI. I learned how to be a technician. I've worked, you know, in dealerships. You don't fix anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like if an air compressor, you know, pump went out back in the day, you used to rebuild it. You used to put a new fucking pulley on it, put a new clutch on it, you know, figure out what was wrong with that bitch. Unless the case was cracked and it was really fucked up, you could fucking fix it. But now you take it off and it has to be sent in somewhere. So now all you do basically is you replace it.
Okay.
You know, you don't take that whole thing off and fix it. You're just replacing the whole thing. And that's, you know,
It takes away.
yeah, it takes away kind of the craft. Yes, it makes more money, you know, and that's what everybody looked at. But that handcraftedness is going away. That's why I like your toy, because it's handcrafted. There's love put into
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you're in it for the money. It's a fucking business,
Right.
True.
but love started your business.
Oh yeah.
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 And you can tell 10 years later you still have that love for your business, and that's what keeps driving you. That's why you have the Clark Kent and you pull
Yeah.
the Superman.
Yeah.
Is because you know that like that's your drive and that's what you're gonna do. And you know, I need to see a lot more of the stoners honestly come up and do that kind of stuff, or else we're gonna get pushed out of this business, because there's gonna be businessmen that already understand this. They've
That's
been doing
right.
this for decades.
Yes.
And they're gonna come in. They're all gonna stand. They're gonna like I've said this many times. They're gonna come in front. Okay, so you make toys, right? And you think, oh, this is cool. This somebody comes up to you and says, you know, I'm gonna pay $100,000 a year.
Okay.
You just got ripped the fuck off, because you know they're gonna pay you maybe 10%
Yeah.
of what they understand that they can make in a full profit, and they're not gonna be paying $2 a sheet, because they're buying giant pallets. They're now
Yeah.
paying 50 cents a sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're producing overseas and so on and so on.
Yeah, and then it's coming over here to be folded. Or no, why? When some little Chinese kid can probably knock out 20 fucking pairs of shoes in a day.
Straight
In
up.
the day. Yeah.
But then what happens
Seriously.
with that? Your quality just went down. They're not straight. Every
Yeah.
single one of your angles is bam, 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 bam. But it's not going to be like that.
Yeah.
So we need to, right now, everybody in this industry, all aspects of this industry, you know, because art is coming into being, you know, art has always been a part of the, you know, culture of cannabis.
Of
Music has
course.
always been a part. How many times you like,
Of
I'm sure
course.
when you folding, you blazing,
Yeah.
folding, and listening to music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is that? That's cannabis, art, and music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very true. It's very true. And to add to what you're saying as well is people need to look at the average CEO that makes 7 figures reads 60 business books a year. So regardless of their schedule, and a lot of them have hectic schedules, 16, 15 hours, still have a family. But guess what? They still manage to, read and build on even more. So what? So they can be relevant 10, 20, 30 years from now. It's about leaving a legacy. It's not about 10 years. It's about leaving a legacy. I always tell my children all the time, I'm doing this for your children's children. This is what I'm doing it for.
And I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because check this shit out. I just actually got in an argument with somebody on Facebook. And they said, oh, so you think the CEO of the company earns the fucking money he makes? And my answer to that was, yes.
Yes.
And he goes, why? You really think he deserves to make this much money? He deserves to make this? And I said, okay, well, let's check this out. Yes, because he got good grades in school, in high school, probably middle school, probably got good grades in high school, got really good grades in college, was able to get a degree, probably went and got another one, got good grades on that one, got a really good degree on that one. That was all work he didn't get paid for that.
Yeah.
Actually, he paid for all that and didn't get paid for it. And so now, yes, it's all coming back. And like you said, he's sitting there still to this day educating himself.
Exactly.
Reading a book, trying to forward it, because he understands, above all people, being the CEO of the company, that if it does not make forward movement every day, he has already been passed up by leaps and bounds by everybody else.
That's right.
So he has to know the new strategies. He has to know where to project his company. That's what people don't get, is the CEO should not handle day-to-day business. That is not his job.
That's not his job.
His job is to handle 10 years from now's
Who
business.
said what?
That's right.
You know what I mean? His job is to handle 5 years, 10 years, 7 years, all the way out. That's what he has to look at. That's why he gets paid the money he does, is because he is projecting where the company is going. He is not sitting there thinking, we need to make this many products a day. No. He has a CFO that has a manager that has another manager that handles that shit.
That's right.
My mom always told me, if you have a complaint, don't worry. Somebody always has a boss. And eventually you can get so high up that person is not supposed to deal with you. Okay? So I know you're the owner of the company, right?
Yeah.
So you got 2 managers underneath you and I'm a customer.
Okay.
What happens when I call you with a complaint?
I really don't want to hear it
Why?
because there should be somebody else to deal with it. Like
Because you already paid 2 motherfuckers
Yeah,
underneath you to deal with
exactly,
bullshit.
exactly.
So what happens when I call you with a complaint? What happens?
Shoot, I'm trying to push you out to somebody else. I'm trying to farm you out, or I just don't have the time to hear. Or
Or you're so pissed off it gets handled immediately.
true.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you know what? I'm not going to lose one customer, because you as a CEO understand what one customer's word of mouth does. 1 turns into 20,
yes,
20 turns into 50,
Yeah.
50 turns into
That math
fucking lot
multiplies real
of
quick.
Yeah,
money.
it goes viral.
Yes.
And that's what the CEO says. So yeah, so he'll pass you off, sure, but he's going to say, hold on a second, I'm going to transfer you to my manager, and then I'm going to say I'm the owner and you're the manager. The first words out of my mouth are going to be, why the fuck did I get this phone call? You get paid to get this phone call.
Yeah.
Do I not have to pay you today? Because I'm doing your job? That would be the first thing out of my mouth. You're a salary employee. Do I not have to pay you today? Because I can prove you didn't do your job.
Wow.
That's very true. Great
That'd be the
point.
first thing out of it. So why am I getting this phone call? You know what I mean? And that's what people need to realize. This is how business works.
Exactly.
And right now, a lot of the cannabis industry is not working like that. A lot of people, a lot of CEOs are trying to have their hands in everything. A lot of dispensary owners want to micromanage.
Right.
And, how much is this selling for on the shelf? And how much is this selling for? Motherfucker, if your managers were doing your job, if you trust your managers, you wouldn't be asking them questions.
You wouldn't be doing that. You'd be thinking forward.
You'd be thinking, what
Exactly.
am I going to do tomorrow? Not what's happening today.
Exactly.
Not what's
Exactly.
happening tomorrow, because we already set a weekly plan every Monday, right? We got a meeting.
Yeah.
We set a
Yeah,
weekly
yeah.
plan every week. Why am I worried about what's happening on Wednesday?
Exactly.
I'm worried about setting my next weekly plan, the one after that, one after that. I already have 4 weekly plans set. Why? If I'm worried about today, I'll fuck you all fucking up a week from now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's true. And a lot of it comes because they have that 5-figure mind. You know, I tell a lot of people all the time, you know what? Either you want marketing, you want to grow your business, or you want to stay 5 figures. It's just that simple. You choose your lane. But don't come at me a year or 2 years from now when someone already passed you by. You know why? Because they put their head down, they strapped their boots up, and they figured out, I need to get this person to work with me. I need to get this person to do this for me. I need to get this person for me. And I don't need to worry about that anymore. Except for making sure the operation is smooth and making sure that 10 years from now, all these people still have a job.
Yeah,
That's what the CEO is about.
Surround yourself with the correct people. And been to business school, right? One of the fucking main things I learned from business school was you don't have to learn how to do the business you own.
Very true.
Surround yourself with people.
Hire the motherfuckers that do.
Yeah.
That's why when I get the phone call, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's what Steve Jobs was great about, right?
That's not my job to know what he's talking. My job is to go this way. If I'm worried about what he is, I'm suddenly paused. Now everything just went on pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and trains don't stop.
No.
Even when you hit the brakes, it still takes 200 yards. You know, and that's how business is. Dude, I was brought up, I mean, dude, in a business family. You know what I mean? I may not look like it. I dress like a white boy. You know what I mean? People look at me, they're like, nah, whatever. But then I start talking to people like, oh, fuck. I can run a business. I've
Those are
run
the sharpest.
businesses. Yeah, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of book smarts and a whole lot of street smarts.
Amen to that.
That's what you need. That's a great formula.
You know? And I just think a lot of this industry needs to get a little bit more book smarts. These people that want to make it need to start taking business classes.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
business and ethics is a complete oxymoron, but you need to understand business ethics and business 101, business 102. You don't have to go into, you know, advanced and you know, all that kind of BS because you start hiring people at that point.
Yeah.
But you need to understand the basic concepts of everything. So when those people you hire come to you, you're not fucking getting taken advantage of. That's what people are going to do.
Exactly. And like what you said earlier, you don't want the wrong people to come in and take advantage of the industry as well too, because they didn't put that ground zero work in. But you know what? They know business. So they'll know how to keep it going and manifesting, but it's going to be diluted. It's not going to be the same, just like how you were saying with the Toigami. It's going to be some other wires where they can do them. Yeah, they can pump them out faster. They can pump it out faster, but can they create quality?
Exactly.
You know?
And I mean, I'm going to bring up a man just because he's very much in the public light, and I don't give a fuck about his politics, but I'm bringing about his business, is Donald Trump. The man, and I'm only going to say it because everybody knows who the fuck he is, and everybody's going to know what the story is.
Okay.
How many times has Donald Trump gone broke? And yes, he's filed bankruptcy, and he's not, but let's face it, that's business 101. 50 Cent filed bankruptcy to get out of a $10 million lawsuit. Smartest motherfucker. He has $10 million.
Yeah,
but he goes, I'm going to file bankruptcy and not have to fucking pay it.
Yeah.
Smartest fucking thing the man ever did. People don't understand that happens all the fucking time. Why do you think there's so many different classes, so many different chapters of fucking bankruptcy?
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, they do it different ways. Business minded. Donald Trump, he lost lost billions of dollars when he got divorced from Ivana because she took a bunch of stuff, which she was entitled to. Fuck, she helped him build a business. But what did he do after that? Became a single man and got it all back again.
Got all back. Like
You know what I
18
mean?
months. Yeah.
And it's because, like they said about the .com boom, it created a bunch of millionaires that went broke, but it created a bunch of millionaires.
Yeah.
And once you do it once, you know how to do it twice.
Yes.
You know how to do it the third time, and eventually you don't even have to. You're not recreating the same million. That million sits in the bank. So if shit happens, you're like, wait a minute, I know how to make something with that million now. I can go and just focus off all this.
Yes.
And that's where this industry is going to go. And people are not understanding that. People are making a lot of money in this industry right now. And I see it because they drive nice cars and they have gold chains and they have fucking Yeezys on and they have all this shit. Well, I've been in this industry a long time. And guess what? Money stops real fucking quick.
Yes.
And all your possessions ain't worth a goddamn cent. Ain't worth a penny of what you paid for them. You know what I mean? And so that's what people really need to realize and why they need to get on the marketing game and really fucking push themselves to get that business aspect and really just fucking put it out there.
Yeah, like you said, be a business person.
Yeah.
You know, look at it as it's not a hobby, and that's what a lot of people are coming in. It's like, oh, I've been doing this for so long. It's a hobby for me. I know I can be great at it. Good. Now go and learn some business.
Yeah.
And master it.
Yeah.
And then get some good people around you. It's really the formula is really that simple. Right now I'm listening to Jordan Belfort. You guys, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, fuck, I love Jordan Belfort, bro.
What, man? I recommend that to everybody. I've been watching his sales for about a week and a half now, and I keep watching it. A lot of people don't know, but he failed miserably 10 times. But then that's when he realized the skill that he had and how he can teach anybody from the street how to be business ethical because he, failed so many times and he used the formula by that point on. And that's why he created,
And that's why he got pissed off that he made $53 million a year. Because why? Because it was just short of $1 million a week.
Wow.
Yes. Can you...
I'll tell you what, and I'll be real honest with you. Coming from the family I come from, I grew up in the ghetto because I lived with my mother, but the other side of my family, my father had money, right? So I literally saw both sides. When I was fucking 14 years old, my dad bought me a Banshee, brand new off the showroom floor. So like I got to see both sides. Don't get me wrong, but then I got to go home to my mom's house and I rode some ghetto ass fucking GT dyno.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I saw both sides, and so like I got a silver spoon, and I got the wooden spoon all at the same time. And let me tell you what, like I prefer the wooden spoon any day. I prefer the hustle over any of it because having money sometimes makes you lazy.
It does. Yeah. That's very true.
You know what I mean? And that's just a bitch. So, well, we're gonna get out of here on the Cannabis Council. Our time is up. Stay tuned for the Zig Zone. My man Ziggy. Thank you for sticking with us, everybody. Thank you to my guest, Toigami. Thank you, Jay, coming through. We're gonna do some business together.
Yes,
but I don't
sir.
think
Definitely.
we ain't.
Appreciate it.
And stay tuned for the next show. We are the Cannabis Council. Today is Monday. Our next show will be next Monday. I will be at the BET Awards on this Friday, so I won't be able to do my show. But tune in. We will be doing a replay. I love you all, and have a great day.
Thanks everybody
Thanks
for having
for having
us.
us out.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
All right, y'all. Love you. Stay tuned for the next one. Like I said, this is the Cannabis fucking Council. Wow, I'm high. On Kaotic Radio, brought to you by Greenery Depot. Love y'all. Later.
Continue on my mission, fishing for the yum yum, but I'm moving slow.